Welcome to the Irish Bookmakers Association's Responsible Gambling Training course. We hope that this course will explain what safer gambling is all about and what problem gambling or gambling addiction is. And importantly, what's your role in relation to responsible gambling when at work? So, our training objectives are to understand what gambling and problem gambling are, how to identify a problem gambler, how can you help someone that has a gambling problem, explain self-exclusion, to know what support organizations are available, and to know what age verification is and why it's so important. Gambling is enjoyed by many adults in Ireland. Gambling ranges from having a bet in a betting shop or playing cards in a pub or online, to buying a scratch card or lottery ticket in a newsagent. For the vast majority of people, gambling will always be a fun adult activity, which they can participate in, or not, at their will. However, for some people it can become a problem or addiction. It is our job, as responsible gambling operators, to ensure we have all of the safeguards and processes in place to minimize or prevent harmful gambling. In addition to staff training, operators are expected to have other tools and processes in place to try prevent the occurrence of harmful or addictive gambling for their customers, such as self-exclusion facilities, risk assessments, information on problem gambling, and the help available. Now, let's look at what problem gambling is. Problem gambling can be defined as repetitive gambling that is disruptive or damaging to you or your family, or negatively interferes with your daily life. Gambling addiction is the uncontrollable urge to continue gambling, despite the toll it takes on one's life. Not all problem gamblers or gambling addicts are alike, nor are the problems they face. There is no single sign or indicator that a person may have a gambling problem. There may not be any sign at all. However, it is an important part of your job to look out for any of the visible signs, and to take the necessary action if you feel the customer is displaying any signs of possible gambling problems. Some of the signs may include betting on every race or event, and becoming anxious or aggressive if the bet is not placed, or showing regular aggression when placing a bet. Maybe the customer is in your shop from morning to evening, several days a week. Or the amount staked per slip is changing dramatically. Has the customer's stake amount increased significantly from his normal average stake? Maybe the customer is finding it difficult to leave the shop when it is time to close. Or is the customer seeking to borrow money from other shop customers or staff members so that they can continue to gamble? Or the customer is mentioning trigger words or phrases such as, "I've no money left for the shopping," or "I have no money to go on my holidays tomorrow." Of course, this list is not exhaustive, and it is not easy to spot some of the signs or to approach a customer when you do have concerns. But your intervention could help someone from developing a gambling problem or addiction, so your role is really important. As soon as you feel someone is possibly experiencing gambling difficulties, you need to act swiftly by speaking to your manager and following the process outlined in your training manual. Safer gambling is a term used to describe the methods a customer can use to limit the risk of problem gambling and gambling-related harm. The term is often used interchangeably with responsible gambling and can also be referred to as the industry's social responsibility. You can really help to promote safer gambling by helping customers to understand how to gamble more safely. Sharing with them the tips and tools that are available to help customers gamble more safely, and letting people know about the further advice and support available for those who need it. Tools include deposit limits, time limits, setting a budget, and self-exclusion. Self-exclusion is a facility for people who want to stop gambling for at least 6 months from a betting shop. It is a voluntary process where a person with a gambling concern excludes themselves from specific betting shops by filling out a form and providing it along with a photo ID to the betting operator. If a customer requests a self-exclusion form, you should ensure to carry out the following. Firstly, give the customer a copy of the self-exclusion form and discreetly explain all of the sections that need to be filled out. You should also provide the customer with any other safer gambling leaflets you may have. Then, ask the customer to return the completed self-exclusion form, along with a passport photo, to your shop. Log the event and details in your responsible gambling incident register, and follow the process outlined in your company training manual to ensure you adhere to the customer's self-exclusion request. Please remember, if a customer attempts to place a bet in your shop and they have already completed and submitted a self-exclusion form, you must refuse the bet politely and ask the customer to leave. If customer persists, you should continue to refuse to take the bet and contact shop management immediately, then proceed as per your manager's instructions. It is really important to keep yourself safe and deal with the customer as calmly and discreetly as possible. There are many supports available for people affected by problem gambling or gambling addiction. It is important that you are familiar with these and can discuss them with a customer if they inquire about getting help. There should also be printed leaflets in your shop detailing these supports so that you can provide the customer with a leaflet to take home with them. These supports provide face-to-face counseling sessions for problem gamblers or for friends and family members that are affected by a problem gambler, or for betting shop staff that may be having issues related to problem gambling. The other supports available include a residential treatment program, a text link service, and a nationwide service provided by the Family Resource Network. Should a customer ever mention suicidal thoughts, or make any reference to suicide, or taking their own life, you will need to act immediately. Firstly, ask the customer to remain in your shop for a few moments, then, call your shop or area manager, security department and guardie immediately. Follow any instructions that they give you. Then, check that the customer is aware of the location of the problem gambling literature in your shop. Make sure you do not take any further bets or deposits from the customer. When you have completed attending to the customer as advised by management or emergency services, record the incident in the relevant register or log. If you were affected by any of these actions, please take care of yourself and speak to your management team. Did you know that it is illegal to accept a bet from someone under the age of 18? In fact, anyone under the age of 18 should not even be allowed inside a betting shop. All our members operate a Think 21 policy when it comes to identifying customers that are under the age of 18. This process requires that all shop staff question any person that looks under the age of 21 about their age, and to request photo ID to prove that they are over the age of 18. If a customer cannot provide such proof, you need to politely ask them to leave the shop as they cannot be served. It is important to ensure that they do not get other customers to place bets for them. You should keep your eye out for other identifiers, such as school bags or school uniforms. Our members have also introduced a no buggy policy. This means that you should discreetly and politely ask any customer that enters your shop with a child or buggy to please leave, as children are not allowed in your shop. So, we have reached the end of our training session. Hopefully, you are now equipped with the information you need to continue to provide a friendly and safe service to your customers. Please always refer to your own company procedures for further details, and feel free to watch this training video as many times as you would like. Thank you for your time and interest in our course.